Good day, good day, good day, and welcome to another episode of Drew's Book Reviews. It's December, finally the end of 2021. Let's talk about my reads for the month of December. Stay tuned, that is coming right up here on Drew's Book Reviews. Well, good day, and welcome to Drew's Book Reviews. Let's talk about what I read in the month of December, the last month of 2021. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, join me on my Discord as well as my Bookstagram. Both of those will be linked below. And as always, let me know what you think about the books we're going to talk about today down in the comments below. I post videos every Tuesday and Friday with a focus on science fiction, fantasy, the occasional non-fiction, even some movie and TV show talk on occasion as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe button for all that wonderful bookish related content. Alright, let's talk a little bit about what did I read in the month of December. You know, I always find that I surprise myself with how many books I read in a month. I set the goal for 5 and it usually ends up being more than that each and every month. Maybe I should set my target a little higher, who knows. Anyway, let's just talk about what did I read in the month of December. So of course, this is not necessarily in the order that I read them, just what I've read for the month of December of 2021. So starting off with Brandon Sanderson, I finished my reread of The Shadows of Self and The Bands of Mourning by Brandon Sanderson. These are books 2 and 3 in the second Mistborn era of Brandon Sanderson's classic Mistborn world and Mistborn trilogy. If you haven't read Mistborn, I highly recommend that you check it out. These are some fantastic reads. Brandon Sanderson is a fantastic author and easily one of my favorite writers of all time. Absolutely love his books. Love his Mistborn, love anything Cosmere really. And these books fall within that Cosmere realm. So I finished up my reread of Shadows of Self and Bands of Mourning. I hope in the new year to do some more Mistborn Cosmere related videos eventually. Yeah, I finished up my reread of that. But I didn't stop there with Brandon Sanderson's books. Oh, absolutely not. Brandon Sanderson recently released a third book in his YA young adult sci-fi series, Skyward Book 3, Cytonic. So I finished up my read of Cytonic in December as well. This is the third book in the Skyward series. So Skyward is basically this idea in the future humans were locked up and thrown away into this prison world because they were such an aggressive species by this group of intergalactic aliens called the Superiority. And I'll just kind of leave it at that lest I inadvertently give away spoilers. But of course, we've got Cytonics. Cytonics have the supernatural ability to peer into this alternate dimension and transport through time and space through there. So it's really kind of cool. Spencer being our main character. Stay tuned. I do hope to get a video on Skyward Book 3, Cytonic, out sometime in the new year. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to get to that, but I hope to get one out. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, I finished up Cytonic by Brandon Sanderson, third book in the Skyward series. And of course, also, we have been continuing on with Terry Pratchett and his Discworld, where I read, I keep saying we, I mean I read Maskerade. This is a fantastically hilarious take on the Phantom of the Opera. If you haven't checked out my book review on this yet, definitely do so. It is on the Discworld playlist, or you can just search Maskerade on the channel. I'll try to remember to link that in the cards or down below in the description. But in any case, Maskerade by Terry Pratchett, a hilarious take on the Phantom of the Opera. This really is a fantastic read. In fact, so far, I'd say virtually every Discworld book is almost a must-read. I'm really enjoying everything about the Discworld from start to finish, and I look forward to continuing my reading of the Discworld series in the new year. Maskerade is absolutely hilarious, and of course it isn't over until the fat lady sings. You're gonna have to read the book to kind of get that, but I mean, it's the opera. That's like the classic line from the opera. It isn't over until the fat lady sings, right? Maskerade, absolutely hilarious. If you haven't read Discworld, check it out. I highly recommend it. Guards is often referred to as one of the best starting points. There's also all kinds of little sub-series within the series, and it's hilarious. Highly recommend that. Another book that I picked up in the month of December. Now, I've been told so often by fellow booktubers that I've got to get more into Joe Abercrombie. The Blade itself. This is the first book in the First Law series in Joe Abercrombie's grim dark world, and I finally got around to picking this up again. This is a book that I hope to get a video out sometime in the new year on. But The Blade itself by Joe Abercrombie, the first of the First Law, and I could see why people are ranting and raving about how awesome this world is and just how good it is. I really enjoyed my read of the First Law, and I really look forward to getting into the rest of the series with the First Law, and as well as Joe Abercrombie's other grim dark worlds as well. This was an entertaining read. I enjoyed Glockta, the character Glockta specifically. He kind of really seems to be the go-to, or my main focus as far as favorite characters from this series so far go. So stay tuned, because I do hope to get a video out on Joe Abercrombie's The Blade itself sometime in the new year. So if you want to check that out, make sure you do stay tuned so that you know when I post a video on that. I also finished up a book series that I actually started many years ago. I'd been rereading from the start to kind of get refreshed on the rest of the series. So I finished up the Inferno Battalion. This is book 5 of Django Wexler's The Shadow Campaigns. Now this is a really cool world. It's kind of this military Napoleonic fantasy world that's been set up, where magic itself comes from demons and being possessed by demons, which I thought was a really cool idea behind a magic system, and I really like that aspect of it. In order to obtain magical abilities, you must speak the name of a demon and become possessed by them. And so that's where the magic in this world comes from. I just thought that was really cool idea behind a magic system and how it would work, of demonic possession, which is just really cool. And of course, each demon that possesses you grants you different magical abilities, whether that's rapid ability to heal, the ability to devour and destroy other demons, you know, the ability to inhabit multiple bodies simultaneously, immortality, all kinds of really cool things that you get granted as part of these demonic powers. That is just a really cool idea for a book and a series of books in general. So stay tuned. I do hope to get a video out on the Shadow Campaigns as a whole. That is one of my planned videos at some point in the new year. And of course, last but not least, I read Brian Greene's Until the End of Time. I really enjoyed this book, which is probably the most philosophical science book that I've ever read. If you haven't checked out my video on this, definitely recommend you do so. It is on the nonfiction playlist. Brian Greene basically talks about the inevitable death of the universe through causes like entropy, and how when looking at that, it's very tempting to feel that everything is pointless and meaningless and there's no purpose to existence. So it really kind of gets into that and say, so what is the purpose of existence, and whose responsibility is it to basically provide us with purpose? And I thought it was a really good philosophical take on science, looking at what the science of physics tells us and how we can take that and basically say, look, you might say there's no meaning to exist in science, but we could find meaning for ourselves. There's really good intersection between philosophy and science. I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. In fact, I recommend anything by Brian Greene, because his books are just so amazing. I love the way he writes, the way he communicates, everything about it. Check out my review on Until the End of Time if you have not already. This really is an amazing book, and I highly recommend it. So that is what I read in the month of December. So let me know down in the comments below, what did you read in December? Have you read any of these books? Do any of these books capture an interest for you in terms of if you think you might want to read them? Let me know in the comments below, or join my Discord and let me know there as well. Don't forget to follow me on Bookstagram. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you had a wonderful reading month, and as always, until next time, keep on reading. Bye!